Sir.
Okay, we received a call this evening at 11:24 p.m. at the Shell station at 860 Gulf Air Boulevard. The call was in reference to a dispute with a middle-aged adult black male who was in the store. A store representative told us the subject was creating a disturbance inside the store and appeared to be under the influence of some type of drugs. The subject left the store before officers arrived, but not before he'd knocked over some store displays and had bled from some obvious injuries he had before he came into the store. Officers spotted who they believed to be the same individual walking in the roadway a short distance down Gulf Air Boulevard in front of the Raceway store here at 1040 Gulf Air. The subject was shirtless and sweaty and appeared to try to open the door of a car that was stopped at the red light. The driver sped away, apparently startled. That scenario then repeated itself on the other side of the road, with the subject appearing to try to enter another vehicle, and that vehicle's driver also apparently startled, sped away from the individual. Officers were able to catch up to the subject and coaxed him into the median to try to talk to him. Officers immediately noticed that he had visible injuries and was bleeding, so they immediately called for rescue to get him some help and medical attention. The subject was acting irrationally and became combative as officers tried to escort him from the roadway for everybody's safety. And the officers tried to handcuff him to de-escalate the situation, but he further resisted and was taken to the ground on the side of the road in the grass. Rescue arrived during this encounter and transported the subject to a nearby hospital once he was restrained. The subject's medical condition deteriorated rapidly during that transport, and life-saving efforts at the hospital proved unsuccessful. Investigators are currently interviewing witnesses, store employees, police officers, and firefighters who were present during this incident in different portions of it. There are no indicators at this point in time that the suspect had any type of weapons, impact weapons, or tasers used during the struggle to get him restrained. And at this time, it's unknown where the subject sustained the injuries noted by the store employees at his first encounter at the Shell station, and then again by the police officers who encountered him in the roadway later. Medical staff at the hospital also located a clear baggie with a white powdery substance in his clothing that subsequently field tested positive for cocaine. The officers' identities and the subject's identity will be released tomorrow through the PIO's office once next of kin is officially done and all proper notifications have been made. So with that, a total of 6 JSO police officers were involved in this call from start to finish at one point or another, and their identities will be released tomorrow as well. And with that, I'll answer whatever questions I can for you.
Any idea if the death was the result of the drugs, the injuries previously, or the struggle with police officers?
You know, that's part of the investigation, and really the biggest determining factor there is going to be the medical examiner to determine that. So there's a number of potential factors here, and you never want to draw conclusions before all the facts are in and the professionals have done what they need to do.
Sure, so after making a scene here at this gas station, he came out here to the intersection and tried getting into a car?
Close. He actually made a scene at another gas station that's just down the road on the other side of 95, then was seen in the roadway here kind of in front of this store, right where you see that light there, and that's where the interaction took place with the trying to get into the vehicles that I explained to you.
And then you guys arrived.
That's where the police officers saw him try to get into both of those cars and those drivers speed away from him, and that's where this whole thing unfolded, which is right here in front of this gas station.
That struggle on the sidewalk, in the grass?
Grass area on the side. I don't even believe there's a sidewalk. It looks, yeah, there is one, but it was in the grassy area on the side of the road between that and the sidewalk.
Any injuries to the officer that was involved in that?
Nothing serious.
How long after did he die, after being transported to the hospital?
I know they worked on him for some time at the hospital, but I do not have the exact time that they pronounced him dead.
Sure. And they just tried helping the suspect officers, and he just wasn't cooperative. And
Right.
How long did that take?
Irrational, and they described speaking to him for several minutes, trying to get through to him, but he wasn't very communicative. He was in somewhat of an altered state, it appeared to them.
Do we know an age on this man?
He's middle-aged.
What kind of injuries did he have?
The store employees that first saw him said he bled in the store. They were describing it as abrasions and cuts.
There's just a gas station. Do we know which gas station down there?
It's a Shell station.
Shell station.
Anything else? All right. Thank you.
Okay.